Welcome to another episode of Careful Boys, where we share some appreciation about some areas of the United States where we actually met some very cool people. What are some states besides this one where you were surprised to have met some great folks?
I think the coolest thing about like being on YouTube is that you get taken to parts of the world that you would have never gone, like Oklahoma,
Maine,
Portland, Maine, and all over the world. I would say that you do meet interesting people.
Who did you meet in Oklahoma?
I met shout outs to Jonathan and Hui, who are poker players, and we have fun. And they met me up in Vegas, and we went to play poker together.
Wow. That's it?
We made friends, and then we went to go play poker afterwards.
I went to when I was doing my cross country road trip. We randomly stopped by in Ohio because we needed a haircut. I went to a haircut spot just because we saw it on Yelp, and then it was a Vietnamese lady. And then I was craving a Vietnamese coffee, but there's not like a huge Vietnamese diaspora out there. And then I was like, man, I want Vietnamese coffee. She's like, you know what you should do? And I was like, what? She's like, you go to Starbucks, you get triple espresso, 2 pumps of white mocha. Tastes just like Vietnamese coffee.
What?
And then it's really close enough to the point where I taught my mom that, and she fell in love with it.
Whoa, that's tight.
Espresso and 2 pumps of
white
mocha.
mocha.
You said someone from Ohio told you this?
Yeah, a Vietnamese barber lady.
What a way to handle that.
I'll never forget the first time I went to Nashville is when we met like the coolest Laotian community in Nashville. Yeah, they got a bunch of them out there, and they're really like they all got like Southern accents.
Yeah.
But they have like, it's like the combination of Southern hospitality and Asian hospitality. Like it's overload. You know what I mean?
I like
That was the biggest trip for me when I went to the South.
Oh yeah.
And I met some Asian ass hillbillies, and they talk like some straight up
Yeah.
like. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, Vietnamese? And you listen, you're like, oh, you're just a Southerner. But you see this Chinese ass face,
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, dude, that's crazy.
Mine was Texas. Dallas area.
Oh, dude, Dallas. Hey, wait, Dallas
we go to the
Vietnamese
show?
people are fucking dope.
Were you at the Dallas show too?
I don't know.
For Mavericks, we had to do a basketball show.
I don't think so. I don't think I was there.
Oh yeah, I was surprised on how many fucking Asians there were in this one street of clubs and bars.
That's my favorite thing. Yeah.
Everybody was down.
Bars or Asians?
The clubs, it was crazy. Texas was surprised though. I didn't think Asians were gonna be like that.
The Vietnamese community in Texas is pretty
Huge.
deep. Yeah.
Bro, I had no idea. Vu, I met
Vu, yeah. We're talking about Vu under is great. He's a dude that like he owns a bunch of like stuff. He got like a few coffee shops out there. Ampersand. It's a coffee shop in the airport too now.
Oh, you know that guy?
Yeah, Vu is
Cool, man. The party animal guy.
Yeah, the party
Yeah,
guy.
dude,
Yeah.
I went there and he just goes, "Oh, you guys don't have to wait in line." I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like the guy that knows everybody.
Yeah, he's just like, "Pull up." I was like, "What?" It was the whole vibe.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Hey, you
He's a
just
great
stole
dude.
popsicle
Yeah, I know
everywhere
that.
here?
Don't look at it,
Alright.
He
sir.
was there the night that I tore my ACL, like on stage, and he was when they carried me backstage. He like ran in there and he like was like, "What the fuck happened?" And he was all hype, and then like we were just chilling after a while, talking shit, and then I started like I said something where I was like fucking with him, like bullying him, and he was like, "Man, shut the fuck up," and he socked me in my ACL knee, and he forgot. And he was like, "Oh fuck, sorry."
Oh shit! I thought he did it on purpose.
No, he was just like, because he does that, but then like it totally
And
slipped
that's
his
what
mind,
makes him
and he
cool.
did one of these like, you know, the bro punches on your leg,
yeah.
and it got me like exactly where I tore it.
Holy shit.
I make him feel bad about it to this
Did
day.
you get a surgery for that, by the way?
Yeah, I had to have a whole life.
There's a whole video of that, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, every time in Texas, for some reason, dude, do Texas Vietnamese people have wildly different stereotypes from like Cali?
I wouldn't say wildly different, but they're definitely a different breed.
Yeah.
Cali, we got like the Vietnamese because we have the largest Vietnamese diaspora like in the world, I think, outside of Vietnam.
San Jose.
So we got our like Little Saigon, Westminster, Garden Grove, and stuff like that.
Oh,
Whereas Texas, they're very like Texan.
Ah,
It's just they're the Texas.
They're the Yeehaw Vietnamese?
Yeah, they're yeehaw.
hey, there's something different though. Like, I think like Texas Vietnamese girls are like, they're pretty
Hot?
fine, bro.
Pretty fine.
Yeah, they got boobs and butt.
They're thick.
No, that's what I'm saying. The ABG over there is premium. You know what I
Everything
mean?
bigger in
It's-
Texas.
Yep.
It really is. I think that it's a level up from.
Must be the crawfish.
Dude, or the
Must be the
steak.
steak.
It's the beef, bro.
You think so?
Protein.
Protein made the difference.
When I moved to Austin for like a short period of time, I had online friends like randomly in different states. So I would meet up with my online friend like, hey, guess what? I'm in Texas now. And then she introduced me to like the dance community there. And instantly I became friends with like this one dude who's like a breaker. His name's David. And he's a really good breaking teacher. And he also competes in that community. And I'm like, dude, it's crazy how just because we dance, we connected like so quick,
Yeah.
even from so far away. And,
Right,
and that was
yeah.
like one of my most favorite, like meeting just random people in a different state. Like that was really cool. Yeah.
I met some really cool people in London, and then we're still friends today. And then they just invited me over Christmas to their family's house in the Czech Republic, and I just went, stayed over, went to Austria together.
You know, it's about United States.
I know, but then it's just I just wanted to put that in there because I meet cool people all over.
Well, who'd you meet in Portland, Maine? That's what I want to know.
I didn't.
You met no one in Maine,
I went there with my friends.
but you didn't meet anybody new.
No, we were doing a snowboard like
Yeah,
binger.
snowboard tour.
Yeah, in the Northeast. And then my friend was like, yo, have you ever been to Maine? I'm like, nah. He goes, but the lobster there's good. So he's like, we gotta go. And when I went, I was like, yo, Portland, Maine is a sick ass, weird, I don't know why it looks like England, but it does.
Dang. Dude, what about the weirdest people you've met? Like where you're like, whoa, I will never forget that, and then you don't see them again. Cause does that ever happen to you guys? When you go to random places and you just meet this one person who's like just super weird? And
In
then-
Texas.
Huh? In Texas?
Yeah.
That was also in Texas. Where?
Same
Me
night.
too.
What?
Same night. Same night.
Yeah.
This fucking girl saw us, you know, oh, we're Quest Crew, and I was like, hey, I'm Quest Crew, you know, and then she brought us over to her crib and shit. Her boyfriend's there, and she's all up on us and shit, and I'm staring at the boyfriend like,
Are you okay with this?
I was like, yeah, I was just giving him the eye like, bruh, and then I was like,
And he was like,
no, and the boyfriend was just
and
staring.
he had pictures, he was like,
No,
He was like-
no, the boyfriend was fucking cleaning everything, and then I'm like, she's like, ah, ha, ha, and then I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And Steve was like, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but she was crazy. She was talking. Next thing you know, they're in the corner talking shit, talking mad arguments.
Oh, weird.
She comes back out, and I'm just like, yo, Steve, we gotta go, cause this is not this is not it.
Dude, I got
In front of all her friends too.
That is kind of strange.
But they all had school the next day. I was like, what the fuck is?
Cool the next day.
Yeah, that was the
you
weirdest.
guys ever
shit.
get taken to like frat parties while you were going out on tours?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, that shit, those were probably some of like the craziest parties, I feel like.
Was it the Stanford one when we were together where like we were smoking weed with the horse head?
yeah, yeah.
What's that story?
No, like we went to like
They
a
put a
dorm.
horse head on, like that mask, and then they had a big bong.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude.
So you literally just had this giant horse head on and the bong
And
go
everyone's-
into
yeah.
the fucking mouth.
College parties back then.
No, but this is the funny part is I was just roasting them and I was like, so you guys do this all with guys, huh? And I was like, there's no women here, like you just, and they're like, trust me, like it's Stanford, like we go to Berkeley to meet girls.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And apparently that was a thing that I had no idea about, that Stanford just doesn't have like a party scene and they don't have pretty girls. But I'm like, no, there's no way.
Is that because like they're?
They're all lame.
Maybe they're all taken.
I think the
They're all
stereotype
too
is,
smart.
well, it was also their department. Because it's like the area that they were in, I think it was like math and
Engineering?
sciences
Oh,
and
okay,
shit.
yeah.
So like, you have to be like in the more humanities.
boys.
Yeah. And then they're like, but all their girlfriends were like from Berkeley. So they go there to party. And I'm like, I don't know. All these,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Hey, what if we did JK party tour? Who got the best house party?
Oh.
Like literally
And
parties.
then rate it state by state.
Dude, that's kind of
He's still.
I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
You
Doesn't
could
sound
spearhead
fun
that
at all.
one because you're still good.
Do it.
You're at a good age for that, but
Dude, I'm not getting any fucking younger, man. I got kids, like,
but it's his idea.
I got kids and shit. I got work.
He
I
just
got
had a
bills.
kid. He's like, dude, let's do a party tour.
bro, you know what was a really cool thing that I'll never forget. First time we went to UF, like University of Florida. They had such a great Asian club.
What?
And everybody there was like so nice. Not like Asian club, but like Asian school club, like a yeah.
Is that in Orlando?
I think it's Jacksonville, Gainesville, or something.
Gainesville.
Yeah, Gainesville. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they're at.
There, and you know who was like, there's like a Mr. UF, like a guy that they vote as like student body like representative of like all of UF was a Vietnamese guy. Isn't that fucking sick? And he was like the most Zach Morris confident Viet dude that you would like. He was like everybody's best friend kind of guy.
Wow. He got the most popular or whatever.
His name was Huy, like Huy.
Huy.
Huy Huynh.
We win.
Huynh.
We win.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why, because his name is We Win.
We win, yeah.
We win.
Yeah, he was a great dude.
All I do is win, win, win. no
You don't
matter
expect to like go to a college and think like that the most popular guy there that everyone loves is gonna be this like cool like Vietnamese guy. It was the first time I saw that and I was so happy. I was like, this is fucking sick. Like everybody was following this guy around, wanted to be his friend and shit, and he was so cool to everybody.
Dang, I met, Kobayashi, the guy that eats hot dogs?
Yeah.
I met him, I forgot what state. It was some university. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Can't remember the name of the university, but it was one of the middle states. You know what I mean? It's
Like
out, it's out
Kansas?
there. No. I think it was in
Minnesotas? Who care about the Minnesota?
I think it was in New Orleans. I think it was a university.
Orleans?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Tulane
You met
University. Is that
Kobayashi.
New Orleans? Tulane University? I don't remember. But
No,
anyway.
it's Two Chains University.
Yeah. Wherever it is, it's I randomly met him out there and I didn't know who he was.
Did he start down
until
hot dogs in front of
like
you?
they were like, yo, he's the guy that eats hot. No, he's like, yo, he's the guy that eats hot dogs. So we would like ask him so many questions about.
Was he
like-
really nice?
Yeah, he's super nice, and he spoke like a little English. So we tried to ask him about like how does his stomach work, like because all this interesting
He
stuff.
could stretch it so far, but he has like a mad
And we
six
asked him
pack.
about like his poops, and we're like, so how do you poop? Like, do you poop like a lot or normal? He's like, it just comes out normally, and I'm like,
Wow.
that's
What?
crazy.
How the heck?
To him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't go into that much detail about it, but I remember like that was like one of the most interesting people I've ever met, like going out of the state. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. He had a contest where like it's basically like a performance, but where he has to go against people from the school, and he gets handicapped because everybody's not a competitive eater, and they had to do this thing where like they eat X amount of bowls of rice and chug like a jar of sweet tea or something like that. It was crazy. Yeah. But
You know who has really cool people too is Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah. No.
I don't know why, but
yeah.
I just love everybody there.
You know what I think it is? I think the culture of wherever they're at, like the South, right? Like the South is rowdy, they like to party, like they're more warm and whatever. It's just whoever brings you out there, that's the kind of folks you're gonna have. I've always had way more fun in the South than the East. Like the East
agree.
Coast
Yeah.
people are like fucking cynical. They're negative as shit. It's like they're funny,
And
but
they're
like
stressed the
they're
whole time.
always fucking
They're
stressed.
stressed the whole time.
They're like, I want a perfect event, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Boston is this way, New York is this way.
It's almost like the Southern people are just more concerned with your vibe being like,
yeah,
you're
they're
out.
having a good time,
Yeah,
and then they
yeah.
take you out. Oh, the South, they always take you out to some bomb ass food.
And they don't
Yeah.
they don't load you down with details of the event that they're worried about. Like you go east and they're like, oh hey guys, we gotta make sure we're there by 9 o'clock because then the venue only kicks us out at this time. I don't need to know that shit.
It's like, shut up.
yeah.
I remember I did an NYU event.
oh yeah, NYU.
I did an NYU event. This motherfucker had to tell me, like, so he was telling us about how much he wanted to pursue his dreams, and he envied us, right? And he wanted to get into video games. And the whole time me and Bart is just telling him different suggestions on how he can execute it, and he would shut down every single one like an asshole.
The excuse guy.
And I was just like, after a while, I was like, then why do you even have desires?
And he couldn't answer that.
Yep.
And I'm like, don't fucking waste my time with your bullshit if you're not gonna do it.
Why do you even have desires?
Then why? You're gonna keep complaining about, well, the video game industry, you know, oh, but it's just a pipe dream. And it's like, so what the fuck? We're telling you just fucking move to Irvine and go to Blizzard then, bitch. Like, why do you keep shutting every single thing down that we suggest?
I know, that is dumb.
It's like, dude, and I was like, man, New Yorkers are fucking bitches, dude. They negative, man.
I think one of the most fun things was doing meet and greets in different states and like watching people really care about making that first impression with you. Because there would be like, I'll never forget this one kid came up and he had like a deck of cards and he was like, oh, he's like, I think at the time this was new, but there were these guys that were like tutting with cards. Remember that? Yeah. So he's like, hey, I'm a cardistry guy or whatever. And we're like, oh, cool, like show us what you got. And then he started like doing stuff and then instantly dropped the whole deck. And just went like all over the floor. And he's like, oh, and he's just like slowly picking him up, and the line's like waiting for him. It's just like, we're like, oh fuck, dude. And then this other girl comes up and she goes, I want to solve a Rubik's Cube for you guys. Oh, cool, that'd be tight.
Why are they doing a talent show for you?
So she's like, here you go, like mix it up. And so like class guys go like. And we give it to her, and then everyone's like watching her, like everyone's like stopped to watch her. She goes, okay. It's fucking taking forever. And she never solved it, and they were just like, all right, just go.
God.
I was like, fuck, that sucks, dude.
It's such a funny thing to do.
Back fails.
Yeah.
What a fucking
I
fan.
mentioned this before, but I met a former NFL football player in Maui, and we was me and a couple friends was rolling because it was like vacation. And then we like jumped in the community pool of the Airbnb area, the neighborhood we were staying at, and then this guy was there, and he was like on drugs too. But we like kicked it off because we were all just like partying, and he ends up like telling us about how he's got, and he was wearing his rings, so he's like Pro Bowl champion rings and stuff. We were like, who are you? And then he like, I don't want to say his name, but like he said his name, and then we're like, who? And then his homie's like, you don't know who this guy is? This is the guy. Next thing you know, we're like back at their Airbnb, getting more drinks and stuff like that.
Just guys hanging with guys.
I'm wearing all of his jewelry just because I'm that guy. I have a photo of it. Nina sent me this photo of it recently. I'm wearing all of his jewelry. It's like mad giant gold chains with diamonds and stuff, and his ring. And he's actually a legend. Steve knows who he is. I told him about it. It's fucking crazy.
He let you do that.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That's funny how they did like, I can't believe these guys don't know. I gotta show you the video and come to my Airbnb. And then they have to play the video to Anthony. So, that's who you
He's a
are.
for real legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
What team?
He played on the Browns, Falcons, Chargers, Cardinals, Panthers, Redskins, and Packers.
He was the guy.
He was the man.
Holy. Let me show us the name visually.
He's got
So
a family member that's still playing.
So we can react on camera. That's a name that I know, and I don't even know anybody.
What?
Holy shit.
Can I see a photo?
I know no
A
one in
visual.
football, and I know that name.
I wanna see.
And then he was asking if we had more mollies. He was asking if we had more mollies and stuff.
Someone like that.
That's so cool.
Have you guys ever met people in Myrtle Beach?
What's
that?
Myrtle Beach?
Oh, Florida?
No, it's now I can't
That's what I
remember.
thought
Is this also something like?
Myrtle Beach.
Moidal.
I think it's also South Carolina. It's for some reason that was like a popular destination for a lot of like dance, dance workshops.
events, for
Yeah,
sure.
but
Oh.
yeah.
I met a lot of cool dance community people in Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago's cool.
Oh.
I was at Northwestern at least maybe 3 or 4 times just for dancing.
Oh, that's cool.
They have a great dance community for sure.
Yeah. That's probably one of the best parts is tapping into like the local dance community.
Yeah, but the thing it sucks is when you have like stuff out in the Midwest, the people are cool, but then there's like nothing to do.
Oh shit! I'll tell you a story about we went to Philly. This is fucking funny, and you know this guy. So we went to Philly, and I guess like maybe we should have known that some Philly people are shiesty even to like their own people. So like we went out with this group of Philly guys, and we thought they were like one group, but it turned out that like no, this is one group, and then this is a different group. But they were all hanging out with us. And they were like, what do you guys want to do? And we were like, oh, well, we want to get cheesesteaks, obviously, because we never had them. And then we're like, all right, we're gonna go over to Pat and Gino's or whatever, get a bunch of cheesesteaks. So one of the guys from the cool team bought a bunch of cheesesteaks so that we could all eat them. We took them back to the hotel. The dude from the other team took the cheesesteaks and left.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then the dude was like,
He just stole it, bro?
yeah, the guy was like, where the fuck did the cheesesteaks go?
What the fuck? That's so shady,
That's
but
so
random.
fucking-
Yeah. So,
And how broke you gotta be to steal cheesesteaks?
And the weird thing is that they're all from there. So like we were like, why the fuck did he do it? And then the guy was like, bro, he just be doing shit like that.
that's just
So
a
they know
character.
about it. That's
Why is he still there?
We also know that guy. Like everyone knows this guy.
He's a Philly cheese
But I
thief.
didn't know. I've never been in his hometown, so I didn't know that he does shit like that. But then they were like, he's just shady like that.
That's so odd.
Isn't that weird?
He's back on home turf. He can steal
Yeah, I
cheesesteaks.
think like maybe someone had a bite or two, and then we looked back and they were just gone.
That's fucking
And
funny.
this guy's from Philly. Like you can have this anytime.
Yeah.
It's like me stealing your In-N-Out.
That's so funny.
Like it's literally the same. I'll tell you in like just a second.